Where's the second hole?
Second from the top.
The first four. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. You can do it. Come on, Charlie.
Where you going?
No, I put it on here. Okay. First two places also have to get recorded on here. Come on,
Griffin from Trenton, Pribianca from Oak Hall, and Bethune from Brantford.
Right. Hear that.
This is second call for the girls 400 meters. Girls 300 meter high hurdle. And the second call for the boys 300 meter hurdle.
Come on, Danny. Go, go, go. Go, Pacers!
The qualifier finalists for the boys final for 100 meters. Dumas from Lafayette, Myers from Trenton, B. Schickler from Brantford, Malvo from St. John's, Thomas from Brantford, Craig from Lafayette, Davis from Lafayette, and Barry from Wymore.
Jason made it in. Yeah.
Barnes, Bradford, Wayne Street Jenkins from Trinity, Lane Ford Douglas.
Stop. Almost the final.
This is a reminder to everyone, please refrain from using the stairways and gates from the track to the front of the grandstand by the press box. For the safety of the athletes and yourself, do not use those ways into the grandstands. This is last call for the boys 300-meter hurdles. Reminder to the hurdle crew that after the boys 400 meters, they will be needed.
Oh, Darren, I don't know.
Man, I can't run no 100 and no 440 back to back. I knew that, man. I said, cause you had it and you got right there. Just
Both of them in the same lane.
Lane 4 is Quelmont's of Mount Baird. Lane 5, Phillips of Brantford. Lane 6, McDaniel of Brantford. Would the Mount Baird coach please seek out Don, the referee? The Mount Baird coach, see Don right away. This is last call for the girls 200 meters, and it's... Boys preliminary 300 hurdles. There will be 2 heats. In the first heat, in lane 1, Cannon from Brantford. Lane 2, McCartney from Brantford. Lane 3, Means from Mount Dora Bible. Lane 4, Jones from Luther. Lane 5, Mogelvang from Mount Baird. Lane 6, Hogshead from Bell. And lane 7, M. Schickler from Brantford. Sharp from Wymore. Bowman from Luther. Leeds from Mount Baird. Sullivan from Lake Highland. Then in lane 2 will be Wymore. In lane 3, Bell. In lane 4, Brantford. In lane 5, Montclair. In lane 6, St. John's. And in lane 7, Trenton. This is second call for the 5th place Trinity Prep at 57.2. 4th place for Brantford at 57.1. 3rd place St. John's at 57.8.
I think one of ours is under that. Running 4th right now. That ain't Joe got one there on the field.
We have 3 girls out. Kathy. Come on, Kathy. One in front.
What ours coming at?
They were back down the second.
Yours came in first?
Right.
Right. Is that her on?
Boys, 400 meters. Boys, 400 meters. Meet record. 49.4.
Now Jackson's fixing to run again. Now what's he run this time?
One lap.
Come on, John!
Congratulations, Vic.
Fisher! Go, John! Let's go, go! Go!
I guess they don't see it or don't want to.
From Luther, Faber, 11:17.8. Fifth place, Long. Third place, there, Jason Larry. 10:54. Second place, from Mount Baird, Arms Flaherty. 10:37.2. First place, from St. John, Billy. 10:30.7.
I still love my shot. Don't give out, Tia. Don't give out. Don't give out. But I hope that St. Lutheran don't laugh for us. Look at the lead they got, man. Watch this girl right here take off. Look, here take off. Catch it up, we'll get by that girl. Go, Faith! Come on, No, but she got, well, what? Half of a track lead. Quarter of a track. And she's still pushing it. Man, they'll get staged if they run like this.
Orlando.
Lane 2 is Ramsey. Lane 3, St. John Sisters. Lane 4,
Way to go, Belle!
Lane 5.
Hi, Kathy. You guys did great.
Bye.
You going to state?
Yes.
All right. And is this the Luther rooting team? How'd that relay team do?
Great.
Yeah?
Great relay.
They going to state?
They've gone to state.
They've gone to state.
Then the Disney World.
45, 45. points for the girls. Ninth place with 9. And Lake Island Prep.
He might play football, so he's
7th place.
He just say the Orlando Luther girls won.
To the final results for the boys 4x400 meter relay.
Did an outstanding job in the weights this year. If we had groups like them every year, we would be able to perform real well in the shot and discus year in and year out. Carl even became a novice quarter miler, and at one point, Carl, who is a gentleman in the white shirt up there, Kathy had a tough time this season. First she was injured, then she was sick, then she was sick, then she was injured. We basically prepared her for one race all season. That was the lead-off leg of the 4x4 at the state meet. And if you saw what she did yesterday against some of those nice quarter milers, you understand how important a role she played on the team, knowing that she wasn't going to false start, knowing she could stick across the line with Kathy Matson where we were in contention. She, as sort of a hobby, picked up triple jumping, and despite sore legs and everything else, she did manage 4th place at the district meet. She didn't start triple jumping until the season was halfway gone, and at one point we didn't even know if we were going to keep her in it. But she liked it, she enjoyed it, we kept her in it, she liked to work hard on it, and just did an outstanding job in her judging performance in the district. Kathy Matson, raise your hand. All these Kathys up here, okay? By the way, you should also try yelling Bauman and Bowman and Bowman and Bailey, all the killer bees we've got on the team. I start yelling names and they get all mixed up. And, oh, Bell, I forgot Bell, how could I forget Bell? And on and on. And so yelling Kathy, when in doubt, just yell Kathy for the girls, and they'll do very well. Kathy Matson took on a new role this year. We took her out of the short jump and put her in the quarter and the 4x1 and the 4x4. Now what's tough about that is you got to run the 4x1 flat out, and then you got to come right back. You walk around down the length of the track, turn around, come back, run the 400 meters. And in mid-season, we talked about how that was going to affect her mile relay time, especially as we headed to the big meets. And we realized that she could win the district and might be worth a point at the state meet in the 400. So she decided to go with it, and we went with it. She ended up 9th in the 400. Doesn't make finals, but 9th place in the state for a sophomore is a fairly good accomplishment. That was after they set a school record in the 4x100 and qualified as the number 2 team going into the finals in the 4x1 at the state meet. Very good competitor. He's someone you want to get the stick to at the end of the 4x1. She can run down the straight. We don't have really any superstars in any of the relays we've got. They just run well, very well together as a group. And she receives the baton very well from Sarah and takes it on in. Just an outstanding competitor, Kathy Matson. And to her is Becky. Some of you might remember her. She barely lettered. She long jumped. She was our token entry in the long jump meet after meet, and would score an occasional point when no one else showed up. And then as a 9th grader, she ran the number 3 leg. She knew how to receive a baton and pass a baton. She learned at the state meet last year she could actually run on her toes. And then she ran cross country. And all of a sudden, this spring, she was a different runner. And we needed a 4x4 runner. We needed a 3rd leg, a solid 3rd leg that was strong. And I hope you saw what 3 years of hard work does to pay off, as the girl from Jay came up on her shoulder with about 40 meters left in her 3rd leg of the 4x400. And suddenly it was like she was running the 200 again as she surged away and gave Jenny the stick in anticipation for that anchor leg. Very good competitor. Some physical problems as she runs regarding her elbows and her hands. We finally got those straightened out literally at the district meet. She's a district champ in the 200. Ran an outstanding leg, a 3.5-second PR in the quarter at the 4x4, and I was getting goosebumps, and Mike Faber and Elazne Lopez were saying that Mr. Powell was going crazy about that time. in the race at the state meet. Just an outstanding competitor, really cool under fire. She kept it together in the 4x1, and we were in the lead as she gave the stick to Kathy at that point. Okay, abilities too. One of them is shepherding the younger kids when they start to learn to do the drills. And even if she can't do the drills, she explains it to them so they can. Did I forget Lasney in that group?
Yep.
Okay, you're at the top of the list, so I will get to you. I'm sorry about that. You're between Jenny and Becky, so I didn't forget you. Okay. Anyway, back to Jenny. Where was I? Okay. Jenny's the kind of athlete that you want to give her the stick. She may not be the fastest in anything. We usually can find one or two people who can beat her by half step in the workouts, but she will not be beaten. She will die before she will be beaten. And those are the kind of people you give special responsibilities to. That person has to be either an anchor or on the 4x1 has to be the number 2 runner. The number 2 runner has to be specially focused on getting the baton to the number 1 runner when you got 16 people on the track in 8 lanes, all within 10 meters of each other. And you understand that you have to be tremendously focused, be able to take that and still find your teammate at the other end and stay on the outside of the lane. And of course, in the anchor leg, if you get beat, that's it. You get all the glory or all the blame. It's sort of like the quarterback in football. And real school record and a school record, 100 meters at the conference. She set a school record and a meet record in the triple jump at the conference, and just an outstanding performer this year. She had a disaster in the triple jump at the state meet and still came back to run a fabulous first leg in the 4x1, and just really learned how to focus and stay with what she was supposed to do and her responsibilities. She's a little bit limited in the sprints because of just, she's, we do not have 12.5, 12.4 speed. Probably have one legitimate sprinter in the history of school here for the girls, and she's long been graduated and been long gone. But she has learned to use what she has, talent, and develop technical skills which go far and above beyond any of her competition. That's why she's so successful. Third at the district 100 meters. What I'm proud about that is that that's the first time that we've scored in the hundreds since 1987, and that's only the second time we've scored in the 100 at district level since 1981. All the way over to Tanya Bauman. Kara, this enthusiasm. Thank goodness somebody on the team is level-headed enough to take stats. I can't do it, and I have just become unglued at times. And Kara just sits there and writes down all the numbers just like she's supposed to, and does an outstanding job. Corey ends up being our babysitter. She keeps an eye on the tent, and she's always making sure about that. There may have been one before, may have been an older sister, may have gone 4 times. But for me, 4 times. She scored at the state meet twice in discus, twice in shot. State runner-up 2 years in discus. Shot put. School record holder in both. She had a shock on Friday. This is the kind of competitor she was. She had a shock on 2 shots, actually. I shocked her the second time. Her first girl up threw a meet record by 3 feet. She had to stand there and wait a second thrower for 15 minutes while I confirmed it. And before she went out to throw, she said to me, well, I guess I'm throwing for second now. And she realized that to throw a meet record was probably about 8, 10 feet beyond her capabilities, and she still went out. She was in second going into finals, as we went into the finals, and threw very consistently. Last year she was a 90 punt, because usually they agree with me. So either they're smart or I'm smart or we're all smart. I don't know which. And those winners of the Coach Achievement Award, and I only have the guys here today, we'll get the girls, are Mike Faber and Andrea Duda. Because I went back over stats and I told Mr. Swanson for almost 3 years to try and figure this one out, and it made a lot of logical sense. The most improved guy was a tall would-be string bean as a sophomore. He's still a tall would-be string bean, but he qualified for the finals in district in discus and was willing to do anything and everything. She ran anchor in one relay, and she ran number 2 leg in the other relay. And if you were there on on Friday night, you understand the importance of the number 2 leg. You've got to come out, get out of the nice protected lanes, and start mixing it up with the best teams in the state. And she moved us all the way into 3rd place, where we stayed for the remainder of the meet. She ran a full second PR when the pressure was on. She's the 9th best quarter miler in the state. 2 winners are for most improved this season, and I only have the guys, but the girls can look forward to, is Jeff Willoughby and Kathy Track. And the heroism and the courage which they demonstrated in district and at state, I think are emblematic and symbolic of this team and the success that they've had this year. Because while they may not have had tools, they used everything that God had given them to the best of their ability. And that's Mark Jones and Jenny Smith. Thank you. And that was not even 50 minutes.
I'd like to thank our managers, and they do a lot of work, and I couldn't do it, I guess. I see them every practice moving hurdles and carrying blocks and picking up after us, taking our times, putting up with us when we're kind of grumpy. And Kara Davis has been out 2 or 3 years. She does a great job, and I appreciate all the splits that she does. And this year, we were blessed with another manager who came midway through the season, and that's Corey Lupino. And she helped out Kara, and hopefully it made Kara's work a little easier. And I'd like to give Corey and Kara a big round of applause. I came out from track not knowing what to do, and some of my peers said, "Oh, if you want to let her run 2 miles." Mr. Fowler said, "Yeah, that sounds good." So I started running 2 mile and didn't really get all that. I guess not really. And all 4 years it was fun and great experience. And to see one person coach so many events, that impresses me, because there's 16 events, I think, and he can coach all of them, and he does a pretty good job at it. And all of those first places and second places, which he mentioned before, I can't remember them all, but he coached the people to get there. And I'd like to give him a round of applause.
Mr. Slimmer, who would always provide rides and always bring the ice, the water jug, and the guys were like the brownies and chocolates or cookies that you guys brought there. I asked them what inning was it they could get the cookies out. Also the Olds and the Savages provided rides whenever they could. And also the Carmens helped out with the field and moving some clay, getting the clay around. Talking about the field was rather rough looking when we first started practice. It was more like a jungle than a field when we first started out. A lot of work. As we got going, it was a testament to the players that we've had on the team that they never really complained about it too much. They just kind of accepted the job and did it. He started out the year in practice like he was on just coming off the PGA golf circuit. Every time he swing the ball, swing at the ball, he'd be like the golf almost. But by the end of the year, he'd really started to hit the ball pretty well, and he's got a pretty good swing coming along. Next year, I'd imagine he'll probably be one of our top hitters. And he had an on-base percentage of .571. That meant that he was on base over half the time. He always walked or came up with a single here and clutch hits in certain situations. Next to him, we have Rob Savage, individual, and will be a definite team leader in the future. We had a vote as to who would be the most valuable player, and the guys voted on it, and it's close close race, voting race, but it ended up being a good choice in Joe Alt. He was our most valuable player. He did a lot of the things out on the field that were very necessary for us to be in the game, and definitely was responsible for our 3 victories. Congratulations. The last award, the Coach's Achievement Award, goes to Ed Carmen. This player is a person I will miss. I have him on the team next year. He was a great help or a great influence to the younger players. He made sure that things got put away. He helped younger players improve when they made mistakes. He'd let them know what, kind of helped coach them a little bit. And he never left early. He always helped race and do the little things that are necessary, very necessary.
Well, they didn't have to wait till they're professional. They'll get in trouble.
State cross-country meet. Luther High School. All the team.
No.
I know.
There's Sebastian, #1 at Luther. Boys cross country, 1991 champ. How you doing, Sebastian?
Pretty good.
Go get him. Yeah, Mike, you're in there. This is a campus at Florida Community College. Parking lot's full. Big meet.
No, that's why I figured.
We've seen it.
I'm gonna jog down there.
Champion 1A.
You guys,
Here come the girls. 1991 state championship cross country meet.
Come on, Jenny. Come on, Charlene. Come on, Amy. Run your race, Charlene.
Here's Amy.
Good job, Christy. Come on, Christy.
Carol and Jenny.
Good job. You're top 25. Both of you top 25 right now. That's the way, Kath. Now keep passing. Let's go, Christina. Come on, Christina. Christy. Come on,
Becky.
catch up, girl. Way to go, Colleen. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Let's go, mental. Mental toughness.
Come on, Becky.
Go, Becky. Go, Becky. Come on, Becky. Go, Sarah. Start moving up.
Come on, Sarah.
Move it up. Come on, Orin. You got the back of the pack, Orin. Let's go. Move it up, Newman.
Here are the leaders.
Come on, Jennifer. Come on, Storm. Come on, Jenny.
Come on, Amy. Looking good.
Come on, Lakeland.
Sarah, what? Sarah wasn't looking real happy. Oh, she was just healthy.
Keep it up now. Keep it up.
Go, Jenny.
Come on, Lakeland. That's Jenny. Come on, Lakeland. Come on, Lakeland.
Lakeland,
Come on, Sarah. Let's go, Sarah. Come on, Sarah. Come on, Sarah. Sarah. Keswick, Sarah. 6:45. Sarah, go for Kes.
Catherine.
Catherine. Get Sarah, Catherine. Megan. Go on, Megan. Go on, Megan. Go on, Megan. Come on, Annabelle. Go on, Annabelle. Go on, Annabelle. Get
Becky.
Megan.
Come back.
Get her, Megan. 7:30. Come on, Jana! Come on, Jana! Come on, Jana!
That was the winner. Come on, Amy! Good race, Amy!
That's her. Come on, Jeanette!
Come on, Jenny! Come on, Jenny!
I might be able to.
There's Becky. Come on, Becky! Go get her! Go back! Come on, Sarah! You can do it!
Go, Sarah!
Go, Sarah!
She's right behind you! Well, actually, if they could swing in there, that would be right behind him here. Look at this little girl. They won't be coming.
The whole thing is they got here.
Are you saying it down?
I see Josh.
I sanded it
Josh
down.
has been doing really well. They're doing awesome.
No, he has.
He got an 18 last.
It was dark.
He knew when I'm down by the
Stain. I sanded it down.
Where's that worm? Watch out.
White.
Hey, that's like that who won our district.
Almost on top of it. Go, Sebastian! Go, Sebastian! Go, Sebastian!
Good race, Sebastian!
Stay with us, Sebastian!
Go, Sebastian!
Come on, Kevin! Come on! Kevin, come on! Look at him, look at him, look at him. Come on, Jeff. Keep it up.
Amy! Amy, do they come around here again?
Come on, Kevin.
Yes, they do. The boys come here again?
It's the campus, North Florida Junior College. Very nice. Little trees. There's the first runner. Sebastian second. Looks like he's fading a little bit. Come on, Sebastian. Be loose, be loose.
Go, Sebastian! Good man, Sebastian! Go, Sebastian! Good race, Sebastian! Go!
Go for it!
St. John's got left behind us.
13. There we go. Catching up.
I don't think anybody's going to catch you guys.
There's Sebastian. Let's go, Sebastian! Finish line.
Right there, but if we sat there and they were somewhere else. Yeah.
The 1948 state cross country.
This is the world of high finance here. Okay. Would you like a deposit? This is from the Bickles. My account. Sure. Yeah. Well, people keep giving you money, and I just got
Away the awards.
What are we giving for?
So it's a collection for Mrs. Thompson.
Sarah, Becky.
Oh, all right.
And for Mrs. Beaumont.
Oh, you found them. There they are. There. Oh, I owe you. And I owe you $2.
You give me the
Cheryl, Amy, and Gloria. Good job, girls. Very good job.
Are you giving me 20 for St. John's Night?
There's two on it, right?
There they are. All the girls.
Get the lens cap off?
There's Sebastian. Florida State runner-up cross country. 1991 Luther High. Good job, Sebastian.
Second on the state. He's a runner-up on the state. Tremendous, tremendous job. Tremendous job.
How'd they get over there?
No.
Amy and Sebastian.
Amy and Sebastian.
I have no idea. Now, one of these is for
Sebastian!
focus. We don't have your camera. So it has to be clear, right?
Sebastian! Yeah.
Okay.
Wave to your fans!
Cooling down after that great race. think Gloria's interviewing you. Yes, she is. She's interviewing you. Sarah's going in. Here goes Sarah downstairs.
There's Sarah.
They came in what, 7th place?
You think they got 7?
Yeah.
I would like to have seen them get.
Yeah. No, I think they ran a heck of a race. They've had some good competition out there. I mean, doing 7th place is good too.
But I came out and played with the guys and I was like,
Girls state champion from Benjamin at 11:50, a 9th grader, Julianne Reynolds.
Right there, take care.
Jay, 1991, Class A, girls state runner-up. As a group, come on up and get your trophy with 93 points, Edward Christian.
Lakeland Christian, state champ.
Class A boys, individually. A 9th grader, Jansen Cole. In 9th place. From Lakeland Christian at 1644, a 10th grader, William Strawbridge. In 8th place at 1639, from Lakeland Christian at 3rd place, at 1631 from Admiral Farragut, and 11th grader, Chris Delpont. Everybody on the roof needs to get off at the Byway 91 Class A boys state champion at 1601 from Freeport, and 11th grader Van Little.
Right.
oh my goodness.
Let's get a close-up of this now.
Second place.
Second place.
Cross country state.
Hold it steady. Hold it steady now. Hold it steady. Look at this.
For the last time all together. 1991 cross country team, Luther High School.
Hey.
Hold it, wait. My camera just came on.
Turn around again, please.
Come on, guys. Sarah.
Wave.
All right. Thank you. Good job, everybody.
Enjoy doing it all now, Sebastian.
Hey, everybody smile!
Yay!
Come on, if you want to take a look.
Okay, how about those 6 girls who ran today?
This is like surge up to like.
I haven't mastered the game. I just only got
When's the last time when I was up there with that? Coach Prolo and Sebastian Morris.
And played frisbee tag and all kinds of things. We did it twice a week. And he made sure that I knew that Wednesdays we went swimming, Mr. Prolo, and we better be in that car driving down to Cheryl's house to go swimming. Unfortunately, he did not win our diving competition this year in the pool. So that award went to somebody else. But he was known as the one who would always remind me when to take the breaks. He was remarkable because when he ran his first race, he didn't even break 26 minutes. And to understand that, most of you can walk about 2.5 miles in 26 minutes. When he was running and had trouble going that far in 26 minutes. Well, he had been on grass, he'd been killing the grass. But by the time we got to the end of the season, he gave us a shot at winning the conference meet. At district, he came through with a 2.5-minute improvement on our course from just 2 weeks before, and he ran down in the low 19-minute area. He made the Frosh honor roll, and the one thing I remember him for all the time is just his tremendous courage, that he has absolutely no leg speed, and he plods along, and he gets out hard at the beginning of the race, and he fades way to the back of the pack, but he patiently works his way up the ladder and moves into the middle of the pack by the time we get to the end of the race, and pushes Chad, and later on in the season, even at times, Steve, as we got close to the end of the season. Chad, I'm Greg, sorry. It's Mike. My wife's a Beach Boys fan, so I keep thinking of Black Love, and I get them mixed up all the time. Chad began the season not even knowing if he wanted to run cross country. Made up his mind, and suddenly, completely out of nowhere, showed up and said, "Yeah, I'll run." And so he started running, and he meant business this year. He's a very hard worker this season. He was a little bit confused last year. He learned how to work hard in the track. Did a tremendous job. Last year he broke. Mike came out this year for the first time, and having rookie seniors is either a lot of fun or it's a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, there was no doubt this year this was a lot of fun. He took instruction very well. He followed Sebastian very well when he could stay within distance of him. He learned to run on his own, which is extremely difficult to do. He set some specific goals early in the season and exceeded them and continued to set some goals. He was very consistent. We could always count on him to provide a very strong second runner for us in every meet. He was all conference, at the conference meet finishing 4th. In a district, the biggest race of his career, and the most outstanding race, he finished 21st. Now to understand our district a little bit for the guys, there were only 3 athletes in the first 21 that broke up the top 4 teams in the state. And we had 2 of them, and Mike was one of them. And so for Mike to break into that elite crew was quite an accomplishment on his account, the first time out as he was. Just a tremendous competitor. He was also an example we used in mid-season, how not to run. Because when he comes down the hill, if you watch his hair bounces. And so we know that when you're bouncing, you're not moving forward, you're moving up and down. And the girls figured out what it was that was going wrong, and they knew then what to do to improve. And we corrected him, and everything worked fine. But he was a work of art in progress. To his far right is Sebastian Bayer. And what I want you to understand, first of all, is that for all practical purposes, Sebastian was the only veteran we had left. Chad finished off the season pretty well last year, but really had been in wonderment of what was going on most of the season at the beginning of the year. And Sebastian, you're sort of going to be Sebastian and the 5 dwarfs. And not in any reference to their size, but just in their running ability and running talent. And what was really fun was to see them turn into a team to a point where they knew that they could compete with anybody and they would never be blown out of a meet. They started the season at the Luther Invitational and finished 6th, and we scored probably, I think it was about 185 or 190 points. And against the same group at the end of the season, plus 2 additional teams that made it to the state meet, finished 3rd and 4th, we only scored 144 points. And so basically that was an improvement of about 45 points. Now, in cross country, it's like golf. You'll all understand. Low score wins. Okay? So you want to score as few points as possible. And to understand a little bit, to win a dual meet takes about 27 points. In all but one meet, if you total up all of Sebastian's points, he scored 24 points. In 10 of the 11 meets he ran, the other meet he ran, and we had started to do something which adversely affected him, and he finished 17th in that meet. But Sebastian totaled a total of only 41 points for the entire season. So that'll give you an idea of the caliber of leadership that we had up front for these other gentlemen to follow along. And it was very effective because they learned that he wanted to win, and that became very contagious. And so it went from Sebastian and 5 dwarfs to a real team. We finished 5th in our district this year. The first 4 teams were the first 4 teams in state. So I think it tells you the caliber of the competition. Of the first 13 athletes who finished at the state meet, 10 of them were from our district, and Sebastian was one of those. Overall, this team ended up with a 55-47 record in all the meets if you combine it together. And we finished in the lower half only once, and that was up at the University of Florida, where we're running some fairly decent 2A schools. Now for Sebastian. I had an interesting experience. I haven't felt like this since Andrew was born. I was his roommate up at the state meet. And when Andrew was born, and we got Andrew in the bassinet, it was, is he breathing? What's he doing now? He's turning over. Oh, he's going to cry again. It's 4 a.m. Well, I relived those moments Friday night as I got in. It was 10:30 and he was already asleep. You heard this breathing, and all of a sudden there'd be no breathing. Is he alive? You hear the covers rustle, and oh my gosh, is he awake? And he's going to stare at the ceiling for 9 hours and wake up, and he'll be awake all night. He won't run well tomorrow and everything else. So anyway, I felt like I was raising a little baby again. Fortunately, I woke up in the morning, and here's a senior athlete who's ready to go. But anyway, he was the spear carrier of our old tradition. And just a tremendous competitor. He became only the 5th male athlete in Luther history to be a 2-time all-state competitor. There were 2 races which I think of when I think of him. One of them was at Trinity Prep. And if you saw that, it was his first race that he ever won in his life. And he's the one who came up with the motto last year, run until you puke. And fortunately, he understands a little bit more about running than that now. Sebastian got to within 3/4 of a mile of the finish, and then he was supposed to just go as hard as he could, as long as he could, until he dropped. And he literally made one of the kids who was running with him stop and puke and walk. The kid just could not surge with him. So we decided we would start to use those tactics later on in the season. And then he committed himself. He asked me alone if he could. He started running twice a day. And so he'd run every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning and go out and run between 2 and 3 miles, sometimes a little bit longer. And we did not adjust the afternoon schedule at all. And Mr. McConnell would help him through workouts and everything. So he had a tremendous commitment to running, which began already last summer. And when he started putting in the mileage all the way back in June. And the second race that I'll remember him for is the state meet, primarily because the race had a very grueling start. Now understand something, his PR for the mile and track is only like 4:57. Well, he went through the mile mark at the state meet 5 flat, and he still had 2 miles to go. And he was in second place, and there were a group of 4 guys together. And we thought he had a chance to win it. And the kid up front, who was a tremendous athlete, accelerated at the 1.5 mark. And suddenly, I don't know, I felt the same thing, but suddenly I realized that his first place was going to be second place. And Sebastian, with about a 1/4 mile left, realized that there were about 9 guys who wanted to get a state medal, and they wanted one ahead of him. And I saw him accelerate. He's not one who has much leg speed, but his commitment to his overall conditioning program and the fact that he's developed some overall strength and tremendous amount of courage placed him, and he held off about 9 guys over the last 400 yards, and he finished second at the state meet with this tremendous effort. I think what that shows is that he's no longer afraid of failing, no matter what happens. And what's important is that was contagious, and the other gentlemen up here learned that you can't be afraid to fail. And that's what they learned this season, and they became an incredibly talented team, tremendous future, especially for the underclassmen. And so for the gentlemen, they can go sit down now. Thank you very much for a tremendous season H, please. Okay? I learned finally after 3 years. Sarah, in the maroon dress, was our solid runner at number 6 and number 7 all season long. You could set your watch by her as far as when she hit certain spots in races. You could set your watch by when she would finish. You knew very well where she belonged. She knew that if she could work on her form and work on her strength, that it would help her tremendously for the spring. She got stronger and stronger as the season went on. Basically ran her best race at the state meet up in Jacksonville on Saturday. She never ran a bad race all season long, and even in the mud at Gateway, learned that she had a little bit of strength and could fight her way through it. Becky, to her right, is sort of our all guts and all glory kind of thing. She's sort of our point guard in basketball. Long. We would finish practice and they'd go out and run more. They would help each other, stretching out after practice. They would run together on the weekends. Basically, as I said before, they ran into Atlanta. They understood about the tradition here. To show you how traditional they are, they insisted that we always eat at the same restaurants. We always eat, we eat pizza every night before a race. I don't know, we got pizza coming out of our ears now. Same workouts, they knew what to do, and yet they weren't so stuck in a groove that after district, they said, we got to do something different. We can't run a max VO2 workout again. We got to do something to get ready for the state meet. And they went back to the quarters, which they more than loved, and realized that would prepare them for the state meet. And that were really enjoyable to pick. Enjoyable because it was tough to pick an award winner. And when you have those kinds of tough award winners for things like most improved and coach's achievement, and even most valuable runner, it becomes a real enjoyable problem to do. It's like trying to decide of 4A students who's going to be the best student of the year. It's a fun problem to have. And I think that's a testimony to their unselfish attitudes towards each other. The Coach's Achievement Award winners this year, one of them won it because she was sort of a coach away from home. And I knew that certain things could be expected of them on the road. She was sort of in charge. She knew where to go. She knew how to keep the little ones in line. And she knew what was happening at all times with all the other athletes in the race. She ran extra on the weekends. She ran extra after practice. She continued to improve. She became a very consistent runner. She plans to run later on in college, I understand. The Coach's Achievement Award winner is Cheryl Villeneuve with an S. I can identify with no leg speed, just a lot of guts. Very good competitor, realizes that there's a certain problem with one's ability and you have to make up for that with hard work and dedication and being serious about races when they approach. He came real close to his own PR on our course, which was probably about 40 seconds slower. He formed the pack early in the season, took a supporting role as the season went on. These athletes, he encouraged his people under him and over him to continue improving. Coach Achievement Award winner is Steve Newman. Wonder Children, okay? I got to hear him call his mother last night in Jacksonville, and we talked for a while in German, and nobody pulled out a shotgun thinking he was a communist spy or anything, but it was fun to listen to him speak German again. I didn't understand what he was saying, except I knew it was about cross country. I think. Anyway, the two Wunderkinds, one of them is a young lady who has aspirations to become our social director in the future. Tremendous, boundless enthusiasm, bounces off the walls when she gets excited, knows how to sing, and loves pajamas. But most importantly, has developed a tremendous knack for competition in cross country and learning how to work hard and run with the seniors. Miss Gloria Esquera. aspires to be Michael Jordan, but may begin to aspire, I hope, to be more like Frank Shorter. Tremendous, talented athlete, very hard runner, hard worker when he knows what he's doing. He gave his hope at conference and district to qualify for state and win the conference titles. Greg Lowe. Statistically, these two athletes are the finest runners in the history of the school in cross country, when you take into account the time, average place finish, and everything else. But I think the other fun thing about it is that, like the other people on the team, they represent them very well, and that they're fine individuals. One of them has matured, I think, beyond my wildest dreams to realize that she has tremendous talent and that she can have tremendous self-confidence. In the middle of the season, she said to me, "I don't know what's different this year, Mr. Prallo. I just keep running." And I said, "Keep doing it." And she learned that she can run on her own and run up front. The other athlete is the finest male athlete in the school in cross-country or track I think I've ever coached. Not because of his talent, but because of his work ethic and because of his courage. Just a tremendous competitor when it comes down to the last 400 meters of any race. He understands meters, not English. He's European. They hold between them 9 Luther course records, and between the two of them, we don't have many Luther records on courses, period. Between the two of them, they hold 5 course records on courses that we have run, regardless of classification. For the girls, it's Amy Gallagher, and for the boys, it's Sebastian Miller. Thank you very much. Careful.